Alrighty, guys, I think we are live. Happy Monday, guys. I think I got things set up. It was kind of a scramble last minute. I got pulled away a little bit, but we're back. It's a juggling act always to get this cast underway, but I think we do pretty good, guys. How is your Monday? I'd love to hear it, guys. It is a good day today for me. I think I won. I think we're going to have a good broadcast tonight. I got a pile of stuff for you guys. There has been a ton of stuff going on. There's been a ton of stuff going on with my end of our little community. Some big announcement stuff tonight, guys. Let me know how the cast is coming through to you. I'm trying to gauge the lag here a little bit. And just kill that. Make sure we're not feeding out. Perfect. No phantom windows tonight feeding out the ghost audio that always happens. Looks like we're doing pretty good, guys. If you don't mind, shoot this out on social media, guys. Let's see who we can get here. We've got a good crowd already, so I can see we've got Morwick, we've got Glitch, we've got Royd, and Dirk's here. Hey, Dirk. And Dirk says it's already Tuesday there. Good stuff. Let me know if the audio and the video are coming across, guys. Hopefully the YouTube servers are going to comply tonight and we are going to win. Let's get started here momentarily. We'll give everyone just a couple more minutes. No homebrew tonight, guys. Store-bought beer again. Fresh glass, first glass. Gonna give it a go. Not nearly as good as the homebrew, but the fiance drank it all on me. We're officially out, so I got to brew some more DIY beer. We've got to get that happening. Sounds and looks good in Texas, Morwick says, and we've got Gawk and Crawler says same here, looking good. Gawk and Crawler, that's a new name I don't think I've seen before. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some new viewers here tonight, guys. Hopefully we can keep some semblance of order in the chat, but we'll see. It's going to be fun no matter what. And I think we're good. I am going to go ahead and get started here. Let's see. See if I can get things queued up here. It just takes me 2 seconds, guys. And any luck? We're good. Good stuff. So, for those of you who haven't been around before, this might be new to you, but all the people that have been here before, this is old hat. We've got tonight, we'll do viewer questions throughout. Guys, encourage questions in the chat. Or, you can hit me up on the other methods, but we might not get a response. Anyway, in the chat is some really great people. Lots of good answers to tech questions. Usually each week we work through a few different issues and have a lot of fun doing so. We're going to do some tech news tonight, guys. We're going to revisit the viewer challenge. Guys, this one's a big one. I have a community announcement. Pretty happy about this. It's going to be, there's a couple of people in the chat here that already know about some of this, but yeah. We're going to do some 3D printing news. We're going to do a bunch of stuff from the community. This is the community of hackers, makers, you name it, amateur radio, Raspberry Pi stuff. Anything goes here, guys. If it's tech or nerdy or fun, it's good here. We're going to do some stuff from the shop. That's the items that I do from this channel. And I'm going to give you an upcoming sneak peek of some things you're going to see on this channel. As well, we'll do a tech tip of the week. Actually, I'm not sure that I actually did do the tech tip of the week. I can't remember, guys. I might have to skip that one. At the end of the broadcast, we're going to do live viewer calls. I like making time at the end of the broadcast for live Skype calls where I can bring you in and you can let us know what you're building. Guys, this one's new. I haven't even done a video on this yet. The electric imp, which is normally what we do for the Nokia 5110 LCD display, has now morphed into the electric imp printer. So if you go, the link is in the description below. We'll see how this works out. But you can send messages to the electric imp. That's this little microcontroller right here that's just hooked to my Wi-Fi. and it sends it directly to the thermal printer. So if you feel so inclined, you can send me messages on that. We'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully we don't get it spammed too bad, otherwise we will just have to disconnect it, because I have a finite amount of paper. And someone already messaged, tell them not to waste paper. It'll be what it'll be, guys. We'll play it by ear and see how it goes. So it should be a lot of fun. And that is that. Let's see. I'm just going to catch up on the chat real quick here. Jay says electric imp went gone. Says request error. That's weird. Oh, yeah, Jay, you're using the old link. New link below. It is now hosted on my website, and the messages are starting to come through. Yeah, Jay found it. And it's constantly spitting it out. So I can see your comments here down below. Should work out pretty good. There'll be a video on that coming up, guys. You'll see it a little later in the broadcast. The IMP Nokia 51 LCD, the 5110 LCD did work good. But we're going to give this a go, and we'll have some videos on both. So we'll see how it goes. Glitch said had to drop to 240p resolution. Ugh. Eesh, that's not fun. And Morwick said nice imp printer, let's blow it up. Thurk's here and says, Eric, hey Thurk, good to see you, buddy. And Tom said, looking good here. And the imp is constantly printing here, and there's only a one message lag where I can't see until it line feeds up. I can manually line feed it, but it costs me twice as much paper here. And someone said, can you read this now? And someone says, blow it up. Jay is here. Is the new link? Yeah, Jay, the new link is working. And yeah, I figured this is gonna be fun, guys. We'll see how it goes. Gawkin Crawler said, hope you've got enough paper in there. Gawkin, I don't know. I suspect probably not, but I'll get to this a little later in the broadcast. Juan David is here and says hi. Hey, Juan David, good to see you. And Bruce is here. Thanks for the invite, Eric. Hey, Bruce, good to see you, buddy. All right, guys. I got a pile of content, so I'm going to try and keep moving here. Quick last week recap. Guys, last week I mentioned that the podcasts for the feedback shows are available on the MKme.org website. You can go to the right-hand side of the page, and oh my goodness, the imp is going nuts. You can go to the right-hand side of the page, and you will be able to link to download the MP3 files. There was quite a few people requested this. I hope it's well received. I hope it works out, guys. There won't be a feedback show this week. There will be content instead, different content. Projects Without Borders, guys. We've discussed this a few times on the cast. For those of you that are new, we're trying to set up kind of you've seen Doctors Without Borders and stuff like that. Well, we're going to do it for the tech world. And I have set up, the forum is now completely alive with some different areas where we can submit ideas and our projects and updates and just whatever you like in the forum for the Without Borders project. This doesn't only have to be third world type country stuff, guys. This can be anything that advances or assists people elsewhere, where we can use our tech knowledge to make a difference in the world. And we'll see where it goes. Implementation is going to be neat. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Let's go. What else we got? Yeah, people are starting to just send random text. Some tech news this week, guys. There was so much tech news this week. I'm not even going to try and cover much of it. This was a busy week in tech. HP sneers at Lenovo Superfish problems, guys. Unless you have a Lenovo new PC, you don't even need to worry about this. But if you do, be aware of what's on your new Lenovo PC. Lots of adware stuff going on there, and this is on every major tech news site, so not hard to find. As well, I'll remind you guys, all these items at the link below, you can link back to the MKme.org website, and I have all of these links and videos itemized. tons of stuff. All the content is there, guys, if you're interested in any of these or all of these items. Guys, this was really cool. Spacewalking astronauts ready the ISS, the International Space Station, for new crew capsules. This was really neat. This was a really huge EVA, which is a spacewalk where they were stringing huge amount of cables for these upcoming crew capsules. Pretty big deal for now. The bigger deal is the fact that they're planning these expansions for these crew capsules on the ISS. Really, really good to see. Really makes me happy, guys. I like that kind of thing. And yeah, people are starting to spam the imp. This one, the NSA helped UK spies hack Dutch firm to get cell phone eavesdropping codes. This is more common every day. I don't concern myself with it overly, but it's something we should be aware of, that basically all your mobile, everything is being watched, and more so by openly. It's more and more people are aware that the NSA has got their fingers into this stuff, into every country. This was Dutch firm, so interesting to know, guys. Not sure where it'll lead, but something worth keeping an eye on. I'm just gonna quick check up on the chat and see what we've got. Jay said, Eric, I'm looking into that printer. What do you think about it so far? It works fantastic, Jay. This is the extent of what we've got for messages. A good portion of them, I think, are from you. It works really, really good. Really, really good contrast, guys. This is the Adafruit printer. You can buy it, just the Adafruit thermal printer. They only have one. I'd say I have no problems with it. It works amazing. Actually, way better than my expectations. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Glitch says, I'll be on the forums this week. Been trying to clean up and organize my work area, and will hopefully get to work on that vaccine cooler. Yes, Glitch, I'm really, really excited about that. I'd love to do my own version of it. Actually, I'd love to do my own version. So, for those of you who don't know, Glitch actually was planning transportation for vaccines and medical, like prescription stuff and you name it, because they're going to be kept cool. Well, my girlfriend is type 1 diabetic, my fiance, and you never know when you're going to need small scale cooling. For it's very important to keep insulin at a controlled temperature. So I'm thinking I have my own version, actually, Glitch, and I'd like to jump on with yours when you publish that. So looking forward to it. And he said he's waiting on a thermostat module he ordered from China last month for a different project. Yeah, everything from China right now is pretty heavily delayed, guys. The Chinese New Year takes some time. Morwick said, I watched the setup live. It was a 6-hour spacewalk. Yeah, I think it was even longer than that, actually. It was a long, long time. Big spacewalk. And Jordan Milan said, Eric, you should put the printer in the frame. Can't do that. I don't have anywhere to set it where you can see it without changing the camera angle. So, yep, you're not going to see it. Otherwise, people are really spam it then. If they can see what's coming out of it. This is a messaging item just for like communication to me. So, good stuff. I think we're good. I think we are caught up. And let's go. Let's see what else we got, guys. Guys, reminder, pay the bills here. Community support, guys. You can support this channel best by subscribing, liking, or sharing the videos. It's truly appreciated. If you're interested, take the next step. Go to the link below. I have a Patreon link, and I have several Patreon patrons here in the room. I really appreciate it. This is where you guys can directly support this channel by pledging 50 cents, 20 cents, $1, $5, whatever. And it just goes directly to furthering the channel and making the videos better. I would love it if we could get one more patron this week. Each week we've managed to pick up another one, and it's truly, truly appreciated, guys. Everything goes right back into this channel. Love you guys for this. Thank you. Some stuff in the world of 3D printing, guys. If you haven't seen it, I know a couple of people in here have and watched it live at the same time as I did. Adafruit Industries does a live show, 3D Hangouts with Noe and Pedro Ruiz. They're more or less a secondary division of Adafruit, and they do all things 3D printing. Guys, they have done some incredible stuff with their show. This show this week, which is linked in the show notes below, is one of the best 3D printing shows I have ever seen. The projects that they showed off, this one here on the screen is a 3D printed snowblower, an RC version, and this thing is it's not a weakling. It actually blows snow. I was blown away by it. I thought it was so cool. The rest of the broadcast, it's just shy of an hour, guys. It's worth seeing, and you can see it every week on the Adafruit channel. Everything 3D printing. Really, really cool stuff, guys. Just going to check out with the chat real quick, and we'll see what we've got. Oh yeah, I missed a pile. I'm not going to keep up on all the chat, guys. We just have too much of a crowd nowadays, but I do try. Glitch said, I really liked your idea on the module that just drops into any standard foam cooler. Yeah, Glitch, that I actually have one prototyped, and it does work. I think we can do some cool things. I want to see as many different ideas as we can do with that, because I'm excited for those kind of projects. For the Without Borders project, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. Roadride said, I'm type 1 diabetic. Yeah, going on holidays within a few weeks is hard to figure out. Absolutely. This is not a third world problem. This is also a first world problem. You have to be very cognizant of the fact that you have the medication and have it stored appropriately. And, well, backups are very nice to have. But, yeah, I have some pretty good first-hand experience with that, too. What do we got? Chat's going so fast I can't keep up with it here. Glitch said, did all three: like, subscribing, and sharing. Thanks, Glitch. And Warwick said, help out, hook up Eric, save a stream. Good stuff. Jay said, hey Eric, I got your comment on my video of the LCD screen. Yes, Jay, actually I do include that later in the broadcast here. And what else we got? Jordan said, Coolio. What else we got? Jeff said, one day manufacturers will sell the download G code rather than send parts for replacement. Totally agreed, Jeff. We're in an exciting time in the world where us makers are kind of leading the way and designing the way things are going to be in the future. And 3D printing and STL files for download is indeed the way of the future. We'll never see. It's tough to say where it's going to go. And good stuff. I think we're caught up here, guys. Good enough. We do have a question on the imp. Hi, Eric. How many years have you been tinkering? All of them. So I'll do a video sometime upcoming showing some of my really old equipment. I still have my first meter my father gave me when I was 4. Yes, 4. I got a DC wart, a big ceramic resistor, and an old analog meter. It just went from there. I've always been playing. I didn't really start getting into the heavy-duty maker movement until just a couple of years ago, when I discovered how easy the microcontrollers can be and what we can do with things such as Arduino. That's when I really made a turn, and that's where things started getting more social on the channel, and I started really trying to share the information back as I discovered it. I had a pretty good core knowledge of the electronics, though, so yeah, it's been forever. All right, what else we got? Let's go, guys. The viewer challenge, guys. Last week I put this out there. I want to see what you guys are making. So this is an ongoing. This is your challenge for this week. I want to see what you guys out there in the community are building, making, altering, hacking, playing with, you name it. So you can hit me up on Twitter, hit me in the G Plus community, link down below, forum, wherever you like. and this week we did get some responses. Leroy, I'm not sure whether Leroy is here. He did an update on his Heathkit Hero Junior conversion to an Arduino. This thing is a monster unit. It's somewhere between a robot and this demented appliance of sorts. Really, really neat project. Good to see the old combined with the new. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Leroy. His project's really coming together, and he's going to have another update on this before too long. He's digging into some heavy-duty stuff. Morwick, who is here with us, he did this one is his Fona. He did a project with the Fona board from Adafruit. Basically, he's making his cell phone and making it work. I've been itching to see more videos on this, but as Adafruit was slightly delayed in releasing instructions and stuff, I think a lot of people held off. Morwick didn't. Jumped right in. He's got a prototype. It's working. Really, really neat stuff, guys. And, of course, all of these are linked on the website. You can check them out. Morwick also threw in another project. He was playing with the Adafruit NeoPixels, the 8x8 panels, which are addressable LEDs, which are RGB as well. It was really, really neat. The effects that you can make with this, with these NeoPixels, I've never played with them, but I would really love to. I just got to get one and mess around with it. But these Morwick's video shows off these 8x8s. Really, really neat. I thought it was cool. All right, guys, let's just catch up on the chat real quick. What do we got? I think I missed too much, but we'll just catch up real fast. David Watts is here. Hey, David, good to see you. And Morwick said, make a robo beer chiller. Yeah, absolutely. Could Leroy could do that with that project. It would be pretty neat. And yeah, I think we're good, guys. I think we're caught up. Let's go on to the next stuff. Guys, this one's a big one. This is an announcement for this site, this channel, this community. Last week I mentioned that we've done some website expansions and moved to some new domains. MKme.org is still fully functional, but in the future we're going to see a little bit of some changes here. This weekend, MKme Media went live on YouTube. Real soft launch here, guys. Only an intro video up there, but my plan? Oh, and there's a big plan, guys. I don't even know where to start. MKme Media is another YouTube channel that will be, for now, from me directly, showing tips and tricks on social media, YouTube, mainly YouTube, how to make videos, how to share content, how to do this in the easiest way, because I truly believe that the future is YouTube style content. Google is the largest search engine in the world. YouTube being part of that now, videos are going to be huge. So I'd like to share some of the information I've learned over time to help people out with that, as well as we'll delve into some other areas. But guys, this will move on into some other areas. You're going to see some changes here. Don't be alarmed. You'll probably see the title of this channel change from Eric William to something MKme, MKme, probably MKme Tech in the very near future. This channel is no longer about me, guys, and I've had this vision for a long time. I want to make this much more community based. I want to bring you guys into the fold. This has always been a community project for a long time, and when it's just me kicking out projects or information, time is finite. I only have so much time in a week on top of the day job to get that done. But there's a lot of people out there who may not want to make a whole YouTube video, or shy on camera, or have a project they'd like to show off in video but just don't. Guys, in the future, you can probably just send me a silent video clip and I can integrate it into some of the videos. If you want to show it off, you can link it in the G+ community. I really want to make this more about all of us instead of just myself. So you're going to see some changes in the future, and also splitting off the media side of things. That's as far as I'm going to go for multiple channels for now, because I just don't have the bandwidth to deal with them. But yeah, some exciting times. I've had all this stuff mulling around in my head for a long time, and I think we've got enough following and enough crew here that I think we can make this work, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I hope it's exciting for you guys. I want to bring you guys in and make you truly, you're already a part of all of this, but I want to give you the option to get more involved. So I'm pretty excited about it, guys. So let me know what you think of that. I'll catch up on the chat here real quick. And Chong McBong's here. And what else we got? Glitch said he subscribed to MKme Media earlier today. He finds things quickly. Yeah, you did. You found it. There was a couple other people who picked it up. I think my Twitter actually auto sent out the notification when I uploaded the intro video on the weekend. But yeah, I think you're only like the third person to find that channel. So yeah, guys, go to the link below and subscribe to the MKme Media channel. Please do if you're interested in the content side of things. I'd love to share with you. And it should be a lot of fun. Jeff said better content on YouTube. Yes, Jeff, I can't agree more. I think this is truly the future. This is geared content. You're talking directly with me, feedback right now, sending stuff on the imp. TV will never match that. Never has, never will. I'm a firm believer in where things are going, and I want to be part of it, and I want to bring you guys in. And Glitch said, Jeff, I only watch TV when I can't find a stream for Mythbusters or hacking the system, and also will be watching BattleBots in the summer. Good stuff. Jay said, I'll check out the MKme Media when done here. Good stuff. Tick is here too. Hey, Tick, good to see you. Let's move on to the next stuff, guys. Let's see what else we got. From the community, these are videos that I picked up this week. I had way more than I can ever show you guys. I had just a massive list, and I had to pare them down. These are just no rhyme, no reason, just videos from, or posts and videos from the maker style tech community. So Rui Santos posted in the MKme.org forum. Again, these are all linked in the show notes on the MKme.org website. More on the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. Guys, these are the under $3 Wi-Fi module for any microcontroller. Really, really cool. He's got a new tutorial up on his website, so check that out. Leroy Miller, I still can't remember whether Leroy's here, but too much chat going by for me to keep up with. Leroy posted the details and the code for the 2.4-inch TFT display that came up on the previous broadcast. There was a bunch of chat about this, and I have a personal thank you to Leroy. I have this display and haven't used it, and I did download the libraries that you posted here, and I appreciate that, because I know the ones I tried initially, I couldn't make them work. These things are a notoriously difficult display, so what Leroy posted will get us all going. Linus Tech Tips, guys. I imagine there's a few of you here in the chat that are probably subscribed to Linus. It's a massive channel. I don't know how many subscribers he's got, but he did this neat video series on the $300 budget gaming PC challenge. I really like this video series. I've enjoyed it, and this episode was a little bit fun. They're building up cheap high performance computers, and it's neat to see this resourcefulness. I think it's neat. I think you guys would too. This one was a little bit random. Antonio Perez, he messaged me on one of my videos just I think yesterday, and told me that this thing that he had worked with would be good for my brain interface that I built for my prosthetic arm. So I checked it out. This is really neat. Using the Google Cardboard Glass thing, I think they're like $20 or something. Using a cell phone display for like brain training. And I'm thinking about giving this a try and hooking it up with my EEG headset, my brainwave headset. But I have to look into this a little further, but guys, but the video is pretty cool. Jay, who's in the chat right now, he did an Arduino LCD Project Dead video, and I thought this was worth sharing because we've all been there. He ended up with a project that he let the smoke out of. Who hasn't been there, guys? I'll be honest. It happens to me. It happened. I'll be honest, for everyone else, it happens to everyone. The worst when you get the project more or less finalized and then all sort of settled in, and then have an incident that lets the smoke out. But it's good to see this side of things once in a while and remind us that we're not alone. Tinkernut is another channel I subscribe to on YouTube. Love his videos. He actually did the homemade mind-controlled TV remote. We're all about mind control this week, guys. This is the same chip that my EEG headset uses. This is the NeuroSky chipset. He stole his, I think, out of one of the Jedi Mind Trainer games, whereas mine came from a Mattel game, a little different game. At the end of the day, it's the same chipset. So it was pretty cool. He interfaced this as a TV remote. It absolutely will work for that. I have no doubt it would work very well and repeatable. A lot of fun project. Team Stellarum, I'm not sure whether they're in the chat tonight, but it's a bunch of really entrepreneurial or adventurous young guys that are building a high-altitude balloon. He hit me up here on the live cast a few times asking some questions, and they're putting together their first high-altitude balloon. So it's pretty cool to see that go together. I don't know that I was doing those kind of type of things at that age. I really wish I would have. I didn't build a high-altitude balloon last year. Good on you guys. Good video. Tom's Radio Room show, Hamrad88. I don't know whether Tom's with us tonight, but he did a great video on the Radio Shack Pocket shortwave radio. Guys, you might be able to pick these up cheap too right now with the Radio Shacks all basically going the way of the dodo. Really good little radio, a lot better than the cheap Chinese ones I have, I think. It looked a lot better interface. But yeah, a really good video, Tom. Check that out, guys, if you're into amateur radio. Master Blasta, another channel I subscribe to, did some work on the Pixie Cam. Guys, this is an all-in-one camera setup that can do color detection and multiple layers of it. If you didn't see this, this was a Kickstarter, I think a little over a year ago. It was one of the first self-contained, probably still one of the only self-contained cameras that has a lot of recognition built into it. You don't need OpenCV or anything to run it. It's standalone. Pretty neat, pretty cool project. So he's just tracking like a pool noodle here, and a really cool video with a pan and tilt setup. I really enjoyed it. Guys, I'm just going to take a quick look at the chat here before I know I'm not going to keep up on it all, but yeah, I like to try and keep up on a little bit. Morwick asks, what is the power on the Wi-Fi units? I have no idea. And Dirk gave him the consumption for it, 3.3 volt, 240 milliamp max. And yeah, I thought he was looking for the RF output, and yeah, I don't know what that is, Mark. I don't think it's posted. And Dirk said 100 milliwatt. I expect get about 50 meters range. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. 100 milliwatt. I'd say that's probably pretty close. That'd be my guess too. Maybe even a little bit less. Jordan said Ben Heck did this last week with his Pixie. Absolutely, Jordan. That's actually where I saw this first, was the Ben Heck show, and it was funny that I saw this video come up in my feed. We might even have the Ben Heck show on here next. I can't remember. And Jordan asks, you have a prosthetic arm, cool, put a burning laser on it. Yeah, I don't have a burning laser for it. It's I have both my arms. It's a DIY prosthetic, so. And Tom said, Eric, please invite everyone over to W5QB tomorrow night to see you. Actually, Tom, we will talk offline about that, but I'm not going to be able to make tomorrow night. Gonna have to push that back to next week, Tom. I apologize for that. I meant to get with you before this broadcast, but it didn't work out. Anyway, actually, by the way, that comes up later on the year too. Marco Arduino channel, guys. This was another video I saw this week, and I've watched Marco's videos for a while. He had a DIY, or a small self-contained pulse sensor. Something I've never had. I have some muscle sensors that I haven't got to play with yet, but this video just got me interested, and I went ahead and ordered one. And then Marco showed me the error in my ways, and found out that I could get them for $1 from Allied Express, and I paid a grand total of $3, I think, from eBay. But yeah, we're gonna try that in an upcoming video. We're gonna do a pulse sensor, and actually, guys, I'm thinking that might be something that we can integrate into the Without Borders project. Just thinking out loud. Dan Vandenhoven posted a video last week on the Apple iOS apps for amateur radio. Guys, if you're into amateur radio, and I know a few of you are, he did a great video here on a whole pile of iOS-based apps. And before I showed his video on the Android apps. So if you have an iOS device and you're into radio at all, check out the video. I think you'll enjoy it. W5KUB.com webcast roundtable last week. This is the one that Tom was just mentioning. I was live on Tom's webcast. Thank you for having me, Tom. I had a blast. Tom, that's in the chat there, actually has his own website and hosts a live event every week. Very, very large following. It's mainly amateur radio, but he's brought me in as the kind of, actually I have no idea why Tom brought me in. I love amateur radio stuff, but I'm not licensed. I do a lot of silly nerdy stuff, and he brought me in. The first time we talked about the high altitude balloon, and the next time we covered a bit on the Arduino satellite. I have no idea what's next, but if you like amateur radio, ham radio, anything radio related, guys, go over to w5kub.com, as well as subscribe to Tom's YouTube channel where you can watch the replays. Dirk, that's here. Dirk, this is, I think we were talking about this. I don't know whether this came up yet. He was talking about the 8266, the Wi-Fi module. Dirk has been religiously posting in the MakeMe.org G+ community on the firmware that he's been working out for these little under $3 modules. He's got it working just awesome. Really, really cool stuff, and did a great video on it, an extended video, so check it out. Good stuff, Dirk. Thanks, man. David Watts, that was here. I don't know whether David's still with us or whether he's gone to get some tea or gone to bed. He did an update on his audio cube. It's part 3 of this, and I really enjoyed this, David, especially when you mentioned about how you went wrong in the PCB design and stuff. Guys, anyone that's designed a custom PCB, I don't know of anyone that has had perfect luck the first time. I guess there's probably some people that are good at it that are pros, but we always have troubles. David made the best of it. He's got an awesome proto setup, looking really, really good. And yeah, I think he even got some prize stuff for this. I can't remember. David, how did that ever work out with the was it Hackaday that you submitted this to? Throw it in the chat anyway. Guys, check out David's video, check out his channel. You won't be disappointed. Okay, there. Let's see what I missed in the chat here, guys. I'm gonna catch up real quick. Let's see. Glitch said he's got a few projects in mind with the Pixie. So many projects, not enough money. Time isn't an issue. Yeah, actually, the Pixie is. I wouldn't. Personally, I couldn't justify buying one. I'd love to get one and play with it, but I think I'm going to go the OpenCV route. 12 Secreto 12 said, can I send you a program I made for serial communication? I'll send you by Skype, okay or not okay. Just throw it on a storage location and like Dropbox or Google Drive, and throw it in the forum or message me, no problem. I can't accept on Skype right now. And let's see, guys, we're talking about the frame rate and stuff. Guys, I've 0 dropped frames thus far. We're still cruising along at 30 frames a second. And Scott Walters there. Scott, I can't talk tonight, guys. It's a Monday. Scott Walter said, Eric, where is info about your 433 megahertz TX RX CW code or project? Is this somewhere on your site? Yeah, actually, if you want the initial code for that, this is for the Arduino satellite stuff. Go to the videos and just go to the most recent video. Just go to my main page and look at on YouTube and look at the Arduino playlist, and you'll find the link. It's or you can just skip over to the MKme.org forums, and that's where I've been posting the updates. I haven't done an update in a few weeks on that. I've been messing around with the voice downlink for the satellite project, and I've been trying to link two Arduinos together to share the same transmitter. And I ran into some conflicts just getting the flip-flop to work, because I want to do the CW, the Morse code downlink, and then have it flip to voice downlink. It'll be transmitting in AM, which is not exactly scaled to a real satellite, but whatever, for under a 50-cent transmitter module. I'm not going to be heartbroken. But yeah, the code's there anyway. There'll be more posted probably by next week. I'd like to have that finalized and get that code out there for you guys. And Jay said, Eric, I watched it last week. Awesome show for a first-time viewer. That was w5kub.com. Yeah, Jay and Morwick were both there with me on that live show. I had a lot of fun. It was nice to have some people around that I recognized too. And let's see what else we got. Oh, right after all that. Never mind, found it. Link in the telemetry transmitter downlink. David Watt said, I don't want to talk about the audio cube. It's being a real pain in the bum. I gathered that from your comment earlier. Good luck, David, with your project. I'm sure you'll get through it. No, you will. Jordan asks, how do you feel about the Raspberry Pi 2? Jordan, I don't know, but I've got one right here. So there's we'll cover it in an upcoming segment. Actually, I'm just going to shut up about this right now. We'll cover it in just a minute. And it's shutting down with a light. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet, and I know it will. I don't care. Who cares if a xenon strobe will take down a Raspberry Pi? How often are you going to flash that? If nothing else, a piece of masking tape solves that problem. I don't consider it a problem at all. It's a minor thing. Everybody's blowing it way out of proportion. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Morwick said you can fix the flash issue with a marker. Yeah, absolutely. And Jay said, hey Eric, I think I no longer have the 3D parts. My cat took one of the sides and now I can't find it. Yeah, I printed one of these satellites for Jay. I'm sorry, it costs a lot for me to ship to the US. You're on your own. Just go to Thingiverse and get one printed if you're missing parts. Or maybe Glitch will send you one. He's got a 3D printer. And David said the brain board is a bit ruined, but I'm designing a new one. Cool. Excellent. David said, ooh, the new Pi. I have just been offered one by their marketing guys. Well, you're doing better than me. I got a pretty good deal, but Raspberry Pi didn't reach out to me. Good stuff, David. Doesn't surprise me. You've got an awesome channel, guys. Just FYI, guys. A lot of the names here that are going by in the chat, if you hover over them, you're gonna find that they have YouTube channels, and most everyone in here is, I would say, go ahead and just subscribe to them. We all do the same silly projects and silly things, and there's some really great content creators in here, guys. Just subscribe to them. You'll enjoy it, if you aren't already, that is. Some stuff from the shop, guys. Last week I got the MQ2 smash sensor video out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making that. It's a fun little sensor, and I already have a new plan for a project with that. And actually, I'll guys, here's a sneak peek. I'll tell you right now if I'm not too tongue-tied. This MQ2, it didn't work out well for what I had in mind, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this thing in a small round container, and I'm going to use, I don't have a Nano sitting here, but I'm going to use an Arduino Nano and a small LiPo and the MQ2, and I'm going to use one of the 433 megahertz transmitters, and I'm going to let it blast out the readings from that sensor on 433 meg, which is good for darn near a kilometer when you put out an external antenna, depending on terrain. I'm thinking that this might be a really neat proof of concept for something with first responders, firefighters. Confined space entry is a big one. Not so good for the MQ2 sensor, but for an O2 sensor, oxygen level, or carbon dioxide level. They can just take this thing that's in a small tennis ball size package and pitch it either down the hole to measure the gas levels, or you fire with a potato gun into a building, or pitch it in windows, or drop it from a quadcopter, whatever. And you would be able to receive via voice on, well, mine will be AM, but just proof of concept, you can actually hear the thing belt out, level is 20 parts per million over radio. Don't need a PC standalone. I'm going to receive this on radio. Guys, that's my idea. You heard it here first. You'll see that coming up. Let me know what you think of it. I did a viewer feedback show last week. It was well received, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There will not be a viewer feedback show this week. I have too many other tech-related videos that I want to get out, and I need to get moving on them. Excuse me. So we're going to skip that this week. I'm just going to catch up on the chat real quick, guys. And let's see. Steven's here. Hey, Steven, good to see you. And sorry, I banged the microphone. He messaged me on the imp as well. Hello, Eric. Long time no see. Hope things are well. Steven. Guys, check out Steven's channel, too. Steven's been a great supporter of the channel, and he's responsible for our podcast server, as well as supporting me on Patreon and everything else. Let's see what else we got. And Glitch says gas sensor grenade, the GSG. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Glitch. It's a silly idea, but I've done a lot of confined space entry. I'm actually highly trained in it, and one of our biggest problems is getting readings from a confined space or an unknown space. And actually one of the largest claims of first responder lives in enclosed areas is them walking into high gas levels and just keeling over dead, and then the next guy goes in to get the first guy and he keels over, and the next guy panics and goes in and get the next guy, and just dominoes. It happens every year, dozens of times across the US and Canada. I'm thinking something that they can just pitch in the hole and receive from 100 yards away might be pretty handy. And good stuff. And Steven said it's all for the community, Eric. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate that. Huge supporter of the channel and the community. Guys, an update on the Bitcoin miner. A few weeks ago, I set up one of these RBox 32 Bitcoin miners just to take part and see what would happen. I hooked it up to the Raspberry Pi, and that Raspberry Pi draws about 45 watts with the miner included, and up till as of today we're at $2.47 Canadian roughly that we've used according to my power monitoring. Let's see what we made. Last week we were at $1.92 Canadian, and this week we're at $2.74. So from $2.47 to $2.74. We're more than breaking even, but not by much. We're still supporting the blockchain, supporting Bitcoin in our own little way, so I'm not going to unplug it. It's more than breaking even. I don't have a lot tied up in it. Things will change if Bitcoin value or the difficulty level changes, so we're just going to let it go, guys. It's a fun little project. It's a neat idea. Why not? And let's see what we got in the chat real quick. Glitch's suggestion for my gas sensor grenade is to make it turn on when I pull a pin. Yeah. Scott Walter said, I like the idea of the voice sensor ideas for barges with bad air. I would win as a welder. Yeah. Welding in a barge. Yeah. That's... I actually did some welding in a barge back in a previous life when I was still a mechanic, and that's a hostile environment and downright dangerous, actually. Yeah, so yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking is first responder to situations like a barge. Chuck the thing down the hole, and you tune in your little radio. I'd have it on an FM radio at that point, but tune in the radio and just listen to the levels. Don't need to get anywhere near it. I've never seen such a thing. We send down these several $1,000 units on strings, and you still have to be too close to the action. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, guys. That's my silly project. All right, I think we're good. All right, let's go. Let's actually just see where we're at here, guys. I'm gonna open up the Skype lines here shortly. We'll take some calls. And actually, I think I'm going to open up the Skype lines here now. Or momentarily, as soon as I can get caught up where my PC is supposed to be. It's always a juggling act here, guys. Sometimes I get it wrong. I'm going to fire that up. Keep your comments and questions coming in the chat. Really appreciate them, guys. I'm having a blast. I love these Monday nights with you guys. I really do. This is a lot of fun for me. This is my my wind down time and, well, wind up time. It's nerdy, yacky chat time. All right, we'll get Skype to fire up. And, yep, we got the first link. I don't think I have the audio on Skype muted today, but I'm not even going to bother trying to fix that right now. I don't think. Oh, I'm juggling too much here tonight, guys. I'm failing. It's been a long Monday. It's been a good Monday, though. All right, let's try again. And Thurk must be leaving. He said bye. Yeah, Morwick's making fun of me. I need a Mac, apparently. Macs solve everything, according to Morwick. All right, we got a sneak peek, guys. Some stuff coming up. Guys, this is where I got the printer and the Pi. I got a huge order from Ada. Biggest electronics order I have ever received, and that we received on this channel. Hey, guys, you want to meet my dog? This is Riggs the sheepdog, if we can get him. No, he's gone. He was here for a moment. There you go. That's our introduction to my co-pilot. He apparently is hungry. Anyway, biggest electronics order ever. It fills the entire bench, and I videoed it all, and I'll show you some of the parts. And we're going to try this Raspberry Pi coming up and see how this thing works. The only thing I'll point out about it that I didn't show, I didn't even open this in the video yet. Guys, this really impressed me. It's got a big manual, comes with the Pi still. For a $30 piece of equipment, I'm pretty impressed that it still has a manual. Anyway, look forward to that video coming up. That'll go live on this Friday, I believe. And as well, I did a video, finally, popular request was how to interface the electric imp that's running our printer here to the Nokia 5110 LCD. So I did a quick video of the setup and the schematics, and I'll share that out and share the code. So if anyone decides to go that route, it worked really good as an instant message platform. I was really, really impressed with it. The only thing I wish we could do was to buffer the messages so I could scroll back through them. That's why I like the printer, which, by the way, this is where we're at for the amount of printing. Actually, we haven't burned through much paper tonight on the imp at all. This is totally acceptable. So we'll see how that goes. Got a sheepdog hiding around the corner here, and he's gone again. Alright guys, distractions. We covered the Pi. We're going to do some more on the Arduino satellite. I think we covered that enough for now. Going to do some code mods on that. And that's about that. Guys, if you want to call in on Skype, please go ahead. You can add me at the link up there. And you can... Oh, yeah. I still have myself on invisible. Yeah, that's not going to work. I don't even know how it got on invisible. I don't use that setting. No. I am online now, guys. Let's take a quick look at the chat and see what we yeah, that's a small dog, big yeah. Glitch said, I'm gonna probably order the sensor and a Pro Mini later this week with some Bitcoin earnings. Good stuff. And David said there needs to be a dog related X soon. Yeah, absolutely. He would like that. Like an auto feeder. Yeah, that would work, Steven. You could probably do that. Glitch asked, how much is the thermal paper for that printer? Yeah, somebody's spamming. We can change that. Just kicked out like 4 inches of paper. Is it standard stuff used in point of sale printers? Yeah, I believe it is, Glitch. I haven't looked into I haven't measured the exact sizing. I got 2 rolls from Adafruit with this, and I looked into it quickly on Amazon, and I think like it looks like about 2¼ inch or so to me, and the prices I saw were extremely reasonable for, like, even I'm sure we can get it from overseas even cheaper, but even on Amazon you could get a pile of rolls pretty cheap. So I'm gonna check into that, and I'll let you know. I'll hit you up on Twitter and let you know. And Steven said it looks like it is standard, and yeah, I'd say it is. It's smaller than normal receipt printer nowadays, guys. This is more like the size, a little bit wider than an old cash register. They used to have the really skinny stuff, but narrower than most point of sale stuff now, by quite a bit. Most point of sale stuff is about yay wide now. So I'd say it's still standard, though. I'm sure there's still a bazillion printers out there that still use it. But at the end of the day, it's just thermal paper. And we've got Morwick calling in. Hi, Morwick.
Hey, what's up, Big Eric? How are you doing?
Not too bad at all.
Good deal, good deal. Yeah, you touched on 2 subjects that just totally just kind of really pissed me off inside.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And, I'm glad that it's coming out in the news. Why would a computer manufacturer put software on a brand new computer, to make it easier for people to hack it and gather data and, be able to break SSL connections? I mean,
that's the Lenovo fiasco?
Yeah, man. I mean, I have 2 of those.
I would never buy one. So after this fiasco, that's enough for me for a lifetime to never even look at one.
I feel the same way, and it's kind of funny. I actually found out about this from another stream, Tech Thing, and Patrick Norton was saying that this is what's going on. He was talking about how on Wednesday, apparently these big announcements are going to be coming out, to where not only Lenovo hacking your stuff, but now the NSA and GCHQ hacking your cell phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, we already knew that was happening, so.
Dude, I live in the United States. Why is the British government hacking my phone? Or at least having access to it?
The NSA rolled out a red carpet to do so.
Oh, my God. People in the chat, how do you guys feel about the government just being able to go through your contacts and pictures? I think it's, it's getting pretty bad.
Well, and these are the things that I don't know what to say on it, because I'm a huge advocate for opposing some of the legislations that have come in recent years to give blanket ability for surveillance and detaining
Mm-hmm.
on whatever reason that
Mm-hmm.
people desire. FYI, Canada is now following suit to the
Oh yeah.
U.S. under our Harper government here, who
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping gets impeached because it's just completely out of control. But anyway, that's another rant that I try and keep off the channel.
Yeah.
We see these things happening, and my only advice to people out there is to speak up, like we're doing right now.
Amen. Amen. You know, we have some legislation that the FBI is trying to push through right now for warrantless searches of computers, phones, and anything basically that you plug into a wall. And they now don't have to go to a judge and say, look, we believe this guy's doing this and we want to do this. And a judge actually going, well, yeah or no, that now goes away. It now is to the discretion of some guy sitting at a computer who's like, hey, I wonder what Eric has in his download file.
Oh, we'll just take a look. No problem.
At what point in time does it stop? So
I don't know that it does, man, and that's exactly why I included it as the first item, or one of the first items in this cast, because although I don't want to rant about it, I do want people to be aware that major manufacturers are jumping on board and no doubt are fully in bed with multiple entities, that three-letter acronyms all over the world.
And you know, like the drone license here in the United States. You know, parts of that legislation, I actually read through some of the recommendations. And some of the things that the FAA pulls out is, well, you're going to apply for a license, like a driver's license.
Yep.
Your drone is going to be inspected, and you could be sitting there flying like racing, you know, with your FPVs on, having a good time, and a drone cop could come up to you and say, pull it in, I got to inspect your drone. It's going too fast.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if any of us lived to see that day. But
well, it's in legislation right now.
Yeah, they'll try and lay the groundwork without a doubt, and it's definitely there. I didn't oppose a lot of the legislation or rules, guidelines that they put in there. A lot of it is just basic common sense, but it sucks that it had to come to the FAA to lay this out, because it could have been self-regulated. Like it is here. So far, we're lucky in Canada. It's self-regulated under Model Aeronautics Association Canada, which is the company that I pay for insurance for my RC flying.
Right.
They offer me full insurance, but I have to adhere to their guidelines, which are essentially the exact same as what the FAA just laid out, except without inspections and crap downrange.
Right.
And we're self-regulated, and we don't need to have Big Boss come down with cops. But now the groundwork has been laid that's probably going to change.
And you know, the bad thing about it is there's even different classification of drones, all the way down to the little drone that you would buy at Walmart that would fit in the palm of your hand. So they're even going after the little toys. I mean, I don't know. I think the legislation needs to lighten up, and like you said, let the people self-govern and make rules.
Yeah, they were only focusing on the larger stuff, though. I think I think there'll be an exemption for micros. I really do.
Right. Well, I hope
we'll
so.
see.
All right, man. Well, hey, great show. Have a good night.
Cool stuff. Yeah, you too. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye-bye.
But guys, that was Morwick in the chat. I got the dog running around out there. What's going on? I'll just catch up on the chat real quick. Let's see. Lots of good talk on. Jeff Barr said, politics aside, they want us to be like slaves. Feels more like the movie V. Yeah, V for Vendetta. We'll see how that ends up. We know how the movie ended. And let's see what else we got. Steven said, Eric, off topic, do you have a discount code for Adafruit? No, I do not, but Adafruit supported me greatly on this shipment. Adafruit has invited me to be part of their Adafruit.io. You're going to see this in the upcoming video on Friday. which is where I now have access to their I/O backend, where I can upload data and display it on their web pages on their servers. And I'm going to make some time this week for those projects. I was going to include that in the sneak peek, but I jumped the gun. You guys haven't even seen what I got yet from them. But at the end of the day, no, I don't have a discount code for them, but they have been great to me. I've talked to Phil directly numerous times. I can't say enough about that company. Those guys are awesome. Socially responsible electronics, nerdy fun company that puts out incredibly great tutorials and videos. If I can ever be associated with them, I will sign up in a heartbeat. I love them. That's my rant. I think we're good. I think we're caught up. Guys, the Skype lines are still open. If you want to call in, please go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to wind it down here shortly. I don't have the tech tip. Oh, we do have a call. Hey, Jay, how's it going?
Hey, Eric, how's everything, man?
Excellent, excellent. Having a blast tonight.
Yeah, I was just laughing at the whole quadcopter thing going on there.
It's always a hot topic lately.
Yeah.
I love how you call it quadcopter instead of drone. I appreciate that.
I don't know anybody. Well, I don't specifically talk to anybody who calls it a drone.
And then
Everybody
mainly
calls
just
it
the
either
media.
Quadcopter or tricopter or whatever you want to call it, helicopter.
What it actually is.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny to hear them saying drone.
Yeah, it is a little funny.
I just want to actually touch base on what you were talking about earlier about gas sensors throwing into buildings as like grenades type.
Yep, that's my plan.
And actually, I did something similar to that with a friend of mine who was a firefighter.
That's what I'm doing it for.
And I'll give you something on that too. I think that's actually a really good idea. It helps a lot of people with how much smoke is actually in the building, and how much the CO2, the air that's in the building is what's left. I think that would be a great idea to get out there.
I think it would be. I've had need for this in real life. So I did a lot of emergency response training. I'm high angle descent emergency responder. As well, trained in my day job. Yeah, one of my many hats. And we used to have to go into confined space 300 feet in the air. And so you need to... Assessing the situation was difficult at best. And a fishing pole with a gas sensor on the end of a line casting it in was not the best solution. And
I have seen that too before too. Somebody did that.
It's very common that's what they'll use, especially like the example of the barges came up earlier. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what they do. They'll lower a gas sensor, a several $1,000 gas sensor into these locations, which is fine. That works when you can access it. But what if it's an area that you can't access?
And that's true too, yeah.
What if I want to use my potato gun and blast it through a third-story window 300 yards away? I can do that.
And then have it come on impact or something.
Oh, it's just on all the time, right?
Well,
it's just transmitting.
Yeah, that's true. But then you got all that your little potato gun setting off the sensor a little bit there, and when it launches, it'll be funny to. It'll be actually neat to see it. Actually, see what kind of sensor reading goes when it launches from the potato gun. Actually.
Yeah, the only problem is these sensors are not. This is not first responder grade stuff, but I'd love to just do it as a proof of concept. I'm never going to take it through to be commercial, but I just wanted to put the idea out there, and it's already well received and already been done in some cases. So. And
I actually bought one of each of the sensors. Actually, there are about 23 of them, and they're all inexpensive, between $3 to $8.
Yeah, they don't cost much at all.
I actually bought one of each for my friend that he wanted, they're using it right now at their the firehouses right a few blocks from me. They're actually still using it up to this day.
Oh yeah, well, it's good enough for them.
And they said it's actually a lot better than this one of the devices that they actually get, where they actually mount it to each one of the firefighters as they walk in and everything. And They like it how they just can just either throw it into the building, launch it. It's a better thing to find out ahead of time before you go in there.
Well, this one in particular really struck me because quite often we had it here. We had a long story. We had a tornado here in my town. It flattened half the town, and the big problem immediately after the tornado was it ripped up every gas line in every home because there was no homes, and we're pouring out, like, the trunk lines for the gas lines are 60 inches in the main trunk line, and that's a lot of natural gas spewing
Yeah.
out. So the first responders couldn't go into places because they didn't know whether there was LPG gas in there. And if you have a $3 unit that you can pitch through a window and check it out, hey, it's a better indication. At least you can. It's a thought.
Yeah, it's something to get you started to see, what is there, what you can do or can't do.
Can't hurt. I've yet to see a commercial unit that is basically disposable. Something that they would take and chuck through a window that they wouldn't hurt their budget. Because they wouldn't be, in this case, they wouldn't be wasting $3,000. They'd be wasting five.
I have some. I seen some. I'm sorry, not have, but I have seen some more expensive, higher cost sensors, which are around $20 or so, or $30, that are a little more accurate. But still, even at $20, $30 for a sensor, and you built something off of that and use that, it's still not bad compared to a couple $1,000s.
Agree fully. I'd love to see where it goes, and who knows if somebody might take a commercial. I could see it saving lives. I've been in twice. I've been in situations where gas level was a real problem, and
True.
it's scary. If you don't know the risks, it's not scary at all. You just barge right in there and generally end up being one of the guys on the floor dead.
Yeah.
When you understand the risks, you start thinking about now.
And there were a few firefighters actually lost their lives because they didn't know how much was in the building itself, and
a lot of them. It's
Yeah.
it's very first responders are routinely killed by gas levels and lack of oxygen.
I know. I
levels.
lost an uncle because of that too as well.
Gonna give it a try.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I just wanted to touch base on. I do have some code somewhere. Excuse me. Somewhere on my backup drives. I'll try to dig it up and send you something.
Oh, no
Put
worries.
it up on the community here.
I already before I tore down the gas sensor, I already put together most of it pretty
But this
quickly.
works off the 433 megahertz modules.
Oh, good stuff. Well, throw it in the forum or throw
Yeah.
it on the G Plus community, and we'll
Yep.
throw it in the forum. I think there seems to be a little bit of interest here. People might want to take it. I'm putting it out there. I'm not. This is not. None of these ideas are my own.
This
So
works with the Nokia 5110 screen too. It's all of that on there. I put on there.
good stuff.
So I'll
Sounds
post that and see later on today. Tonight after I fix this little mishap with the LCD.
Good stuff. Sounds good.
All right, have a good one, man.
You too. Thanks for the call.
Bye.
Bye. Excellent. Guys, that was Jay. Hopefully I got the audio levels for Skype a little bit better. I know we were clipping a little bit with Morwick's call early on. That was my fault. And let's have a quick look back through the chat. I saw on the extensive imp receipt here. I'm pretty sure it must have been Steven said just ordered an imp and printer to see what I can do with it on my streams. I think that would be fun. That must have been, I'm guessing, Steven. Good luck. Or actually, there's a few other people in here that do live streams too. But yeah, good luck with that. And someone said, Eric, put your grenade idea on Kickstarter. Guys, I've had so many ideas to throw on Kickstarter, and at the end of it, I really made a conscious decision to give back, because I couldn't have built any of these silly projects with the imp or the satellite or anything else without people before me sharing that information. So I'm just putting it back out there. Someday I might come up with something commercial that I want to stick with, but I nearly did with the garden project, with the Arduino, the little grow up, and then I just kicked myself and said, no, you got to give it back. So anyway, most of these, you're probably not going to see a Kickstarter for any of these anytime soon. We'll try and give it away open source. Should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, let's see what else we got in the chat. Skype lines are still open for a short bit. We're running over here on time, but what are you going to do? Let's see what we've got. Looking for the White House drone info and other stuff. A lot of drone talk. And Steven said audio is good stuff. And Jeff said, Eric, thanks for the show. I appreciate the effort on your part. Jeff, I appreciate the effort on your part for showing up. Guys, this wouldn't be a show without you out there. This wouldn't be a channel without all of you guys out there. I can't say enough. I learned from you guys, same as you guys get stuff from me, I hope. Can't say enough about it. What else we got? Lots of drone talk. Oh, yeah. Steven said, yeah, it was from me, Eric. It will take a while to get to me, though. Steven, did you order it from Adafruit as well? Because if you ordered it from Adafruit, it won't take a while. They have incredible shipping with UPS. But if you order it from China or anywhere else, then yeah, it's going to be a while because China's still out on holidays. I ordered the heartbeat sensor and a few other things, and basically the messages, the autoresponders I got just said, don't even think about this till March. I think we're good. We're caught up mainly here, guys. Guys, I think all I have left is some closing thoughts. This is not tech related at all, guys, but I'd like to throw a little of myself out there whenever I can at the end of these casts. Guys, there's a video in the show notes. It's at the very end. Its title is "This Man Handed Out 520,000 Sandwiches in Minneapolis Last Year." I can't remember whether his name is Matt Law or something Law. He hands out sandwiches every day to the homeless, to the people who need it, and that's just what he does. I really enjoyed the video. I love the concept behind it, and my takeaway from it and my share is not that we're all going to go hand out 500,000 sandwiches, but whenever we can, let's do something to give back. Whether it be the Without Borders project or just do something nice for someone's whenever we can. That's all I'll say about it, guys. I think we have a lot of skills here in this group, a lot of crazy brain power going on in that chat. I think we can do a lot of things to improve the world. We just need to take that one little step and do one little thing each day. Guys, that is the end of that. Really appreciate everything, guys. I'm going to have one final look at the chat and we will see what we have. And Steven said, yeah, direct from them cost about $100 for the lot. Get your shipment in no time from Adafruit. They have awesome shipping. No problem. Jordan asks, why did you choose to call it MKme, MKme? So, Jordan, that's a long story, and I agonized over this, and I had a vision a long time ago. Not like a vision, but I looked at a name that would encompass both makers and people changing things in the world, and something that could apply to just about anything. And I had this thought that someday, if we could pull some people together and get some community going, that would be an interesting name for suitable for all areas. That's how I chose it. I just thought MKme, and I went with a short version that was very easy for people to spell and find, and hopefully would be SEO friendly. I think I did all right so far. Like I mentioned, you'll probably see this channel name change over to something MKme in the next week if I can get that to work. Hopefully you like it. Let me know what you think of that name. And Glitch said that's 10,000 sandwiches a week. Yeah. Holy heck. Yes. Yes, he also said pardon his language. And yeah, insane. This guy, like, all night long, he gives out sandwiches. That's what he does, and makes a real difference in the world. He also gives out clothes and blankets and all kinds of stuff. Guys, just watch the video. We can learn a lot from people who are driven that far from inside. Crazy stuff. And Glitch said, of course, no major news outlet has mentioned anything about it. Too busy with doom porn. Yeah, I totally agree that actually you're going to see that video is not new. It's just new to me. Apparently it's new to you. That's why I'm sharing it here. Good stuff. And Jeff said, right on, Glitch. I totally agree, man. All right. Morwick said, great show. Let's please have a taco this week. Let's make the world a better place. Tacos make everything better. Everything's about tacos. And Gawkin said, have a good one, Eric. And Red said, that's one sandwich every minute, 24/7. Some good math. It's crazy stuff. And some more taco talk, guys. I am done here, guys. I had a blast with you. This is the highlight of my week. I love my time. I enjoy the comments, the questions, the feedback. I hope you guys like the content and the changes forthcoming on the channel and the community. Really look forward to doing some collaboration with all of you out there. Definitely going to be a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to my Patreon patrons. It's truly appreciated, guys. Good luck this week. Have fun with your projects. Learn something new. Cheers, guys.